So today had to have been the worst day of my life.
Okay, I'm going to empathize here.
The other day I sold my truck to get ready for the Rapture. Then last night, I gave away everything that was in my savings account. I woke up this morning and I was still here. I was severely disappointed and devastated.
Dude. What? Holy shiznit. Let's keep it real. That's insane.
You guys already know, I truly believe with all my heart we will be raptured during Feast of Trumpets this year. If there is some chance that we don't get raptured, I will come back and make an apology video for myself being deceived. And that will be it.
Man,
Where's that apology video?
let me talk to my family. Where's my Rapture family at? Rapture Watch Gang, where you at? I still got full faith that the Lord Jesus is going to rapture us.
Man, if this doesn't tell you faith is the worst tool to ascertain truth, I don't know what else is. It isn't over, ladies and gentlemen. I already did a video on this whole Rapture thing, but let me tell you, I only scratched the damn surface. I didn't realize there was much more to this picture. I mean, I kind of figured it, but I didn't realize. Like, you realize once you hear, people are like, dude, you need to look at this video. So I'm checking the Joy Report, MAGA Christians Furious After September 23rd Rapture Flop. Now, that's a particular title, right, from the Joy Report. I do wonder what the correlation between those who voted for Trump and religious fundamentalism are. I imagine they're high, because most conservatives would be in that category, especially in America, of fundamentalist. But let's see what these Rapture folk have to say.
So today had to have been the worst day of my life.
Okay, I'm going to empathize here.
The other day I sold my truck to get ready for the Rapture. Then last night, I gave away everything that was in my savings account. I woke up this morning and I was still here. I was severely disappointed and devastated.
Dude. What? Holy shiznit. Let's keep it real. That's insane. The fact that you believed it so much that you literally gave away everything, I'm sorry. If I'd be like to my kids, whatever, like, listen, if it happens, if I was so persuaded, I'd probably be like, if it happens and I disappear, here is the 4-digit code to my bank account or whatever. Go to the bank, set up a will. There's some really, really dumb stuff happening here.
I have tried to record this video like 10
Goodbye World, Hello Jesus, my last video, she titled. Come on.
times. I feel like it's time for me to step away from TikTok. I feel like my story is over. I have been so blessed by this, and the Lord has done so much, and I'm so grateful to have been his vessel. And you guys already know, I truly believe with all my heart we will be raptured during Feast of Trumpets this year. If there is some chance that we don't get raptured, I will come back and make an apology video for myself being deceived. And that will be it.
Man,
Where's that apology video? Dude, I hope she does it, but here's the thing. She's still gonna frickin' hold on. I'm almost certain she's still gonna hold on to the damn thing. She's not letting go. She's not going anywhere. Okay, this one says it's not over yet. Have faith. It's still September 23rd in some parts of the world and just crossing over into the 24th. Jesus is coming for his bride. Look at this man's face. Tell me that face doesn't look like he probably completely lost in the sauce on this.
let me talk to my family. Where's my Rapture family at? Rapture Watch Gang, where you at? I still got full faith that the Lord Jesus is going to rapture us.
Man, if this doesn't tell you faith is the worst tool to ascertain truth, I don't know what else is.
Sometime before September 24th passes, And at time of recording this, it is nearly 3 p.m. in the afternoon for me of September 24th. And here's the thing, it's still September 23rd in some parts of the world.
It's amazing the rationalizing on the spot. This brings up my buddy Matthew Hardkey, who always talks about cognitive dissonance. For those who don't know, in a dumb version, and you need this, it doesn't just apply to religion. It applies to everything human psychological studies have shown, where when a conflict of data with what you hold, what's comfortable, what makes sense in your world. I'm going to use an analogy outside of Christianity, and then I'll apply it to Christianity for real quick before we continue. If your wife, your friend comes to your house to come see you, hey, what's up, bro? Listen, man, I just saw your wife at the store making out with another man, getting in the back seat and doing things that I don't want to really say. She's cheating on you. Your worldview could easily erupt inside, and you'll not want to believe that. You will likely go, no, you got the wrong girl, clearly. No, my friend is trying to get with my wife, so he wants me to leave her so that he can have her. There are other excuses we'll come up with in our head, often not the logical conclusion. Not always. Sometimes people can go to the logical conclusion, but most of the time we defend those ideas to keep our worldview intact because psychologically it's a discomfort. So we rationalize ways to explain and to reason and to defend the ideas we have. Like this guy says, listen, it's not over yet. It's some parts of the world, it's still the 23rd. Rolling into the 24th. I have faith still, he said. So he's already rationalizing why it hasn't happened yet. Now, what's the rationalization going to be when it doesn't happen at all? Well, that's what happens in early Christianity. It seems that there was a clear expectation that it was supposed to happen then, and then some author comes along, like the forger of 2 Peter, and says, brethren, listen, a day is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is as a day to the Lord. So we don't really know. And in fact, some scholars have even noted in the earliest gospel, the Gospel of Mark, when Jesus says the day or hour, not even the Son of Man knows, that this author is already working this text after many clear failed expectations did not happen. So they put into the mouth of Jesus, listen, not even I know for sure the day or the hour. So there's this sense in which you can't pin Jesus down as knowing exactly when because the failure. And so this has been a phenomena humans have suffered forever with and will continue to suffer with. But in this case, it's apocalyptic.
I mentioned this in an earlier post, but the last country in the last time zone or the latest time zone is American Samoa, and it's currently 6 p.m. on the 23rd in American Samoa. So it's it's got about 6 hours left until it crosses over into the 24th. I know some parts of America are still on the 23rd as well, like Los Angeles, it's only about 10 p.m. still got another 2 hours. And what God has been showing me is that
he sounds like he's Australian in some way.
The rapture would take place September 23rd to the 24th across 2 different time zones. And if that's the case, the rapture then, the preacher rapture of the bride of Christ, has to take place before America Samoa hits midnight, crosses over into the 24th for them. And that's 6 hours away.
As many of you know.
Dude, anything, it just keeps going. You know what I mean?
No. The rapture's on Tuesday.
You kind of have to wonder if some of these people know that it's bullshit. But part of their brain knows it's bullshit and part of their brain wants to believe it.
I've given away all of my earthly possessions to the heathens that I know.
To the heathens? Damn, listen to that language. Those non-Christian, non-Jesus loving people, those heathens.
Will not be coming with us. The chosen ones. I've already transferred the deed to my house. I just need to give this car away. none of this material stuff is going to matter on Tuesday, the 23rd.
Dude, insane.
When I get raptured. And I just want to say, it's not too late for you to be a part of the rapture.
Bro. You can't tell me that's not delusion. And the fact is, many Christians will see this and go, yeah, that's delusional. She's delusional. We just take it a little teensy bit further in saying, look, you believe in false things that aren't true and you really are fully persuaded of them. You're convincing yourself of being of a delusional belief that isn't true.
Said my goodbyes to my family because Jesus is coming back tomorrow is my whole For You page. If you are
Dude, was she crying or like, what the hell?
scared, that's okay. But as a Christian, let me tell you why that's not happening tomorrow and why you're okay. For starters, the rapture is not and will never be planned out for humans to know. That's not something we will ever know. Ever. Period. Second of all, most importantly, if it causes you fear, anxiety, depression, that's not from God. If a word of God causes you fear, anxiety, or depression in any aspect of your life, that's from something deceiving you.
So fear the Lord? I'm being funny here. But look, the fact is that they're never going to let go of this. This woman right here is probably going to have kids. Teach her kids that Jesus is coming someday. Don't put a date on it. Their kids are going to tell their kids. It's never like he's never going to come. Just saying.
Not God, because God will never, ever, ever cause you fear, anxiety, or depression.
Yeah, because that's why when prophets in the Bible say that the Lord appeared to them or the presence, like the angel of the Lord and stuff, and they wanted to die, they thought their life was over. They were terrified, frightened, fear, terror, depression, I imagine. The way it's expressed in these texts totally contradicts what this chick is saying right here.
Okay, so knowing that, let's take a step back. Rapture is scary, right? We hear the rapture's coming back. God told me that the rapture's coming back. Let me spread this rumor. That's from Satan. I'm sorry, but it is.
It's from Satan.
Okay, so the rapture is supposed to happen tomorrow. And if you don't know what that means that people who are faithful and who love Jesus are going to ascend into the air and go to heaven. And everyone else is going to be left down here to their own devices. And
By the way, there is this concept of you going up into the air to meet the Lord, but they're coming back down, dude, with weapons to fight. And if you really think about this logically, the enemies of Christ, which would be your family members who got left behind, the angels and Jesus are going to be waging war to destroy them and all the powers of the earth that are on the earth. Like, this is insane, ladies and gentlemen.
I have two things to say to that. Number one, there's some really good therapists on psychology today who specialize in religious psychosis. And number two, I'll see you at work on Wednesday, the following day, and I won't bring it up. We'll act like it never happened. That's how good of a friend I am and such a good coworker I am.
Okay, hold on. That seemed like she was bringing some, like, listen, I'll see you. It ain't going to happen. Seemed that way. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did I misinterpret that?
So today is Rapture Day, and once again, the claims are coming in that... What's happening? Oh my God! It's happening! It's happening! No.
Our biggest thing is, where's Brother Joshua? Have anybody heard from Brother Joshua? That's who I want to see and hear from. Where's Brother Joshua who started all this mess? He didn't start up all the confusion amongst the saints. No, we don't know where he at. Can't hear from. Where's Brother Joshua?
Sounds like Harold Camping.
Who started the rapture talk? And then where's the woman of God who came out and said that the Lord showed her to? She had a little bit more humility. But I don't know. I wouldn't really want watching them people anyway. But where is the lady that said, oh, I had a dream too, but I didn't want to come out and say it because you should have came out and said,
Bro, This is a really fantastic modern example of how someone can be convinced or believe in stuff, and then others are contagiously also now continuing that social contagion. For example, some posit that maybe only one person actually claimed to have a vision of Christ, that he appeared to them. All of us, like Peter, I think this is Paulogia, Paul Inns, for those who don't know. He has this idea that maybe one person, Peter, has a vision, something happens, then he tells other people. Then they start having visions, right? There's this approach, right? Well, when you look at like Lucian of Samosata, who wrote in the mid-second century, and he describes Proteus Peregrinus, who also was a Christian, but he was a philosopher who ended his life jumping into a pyre and practically like Heracles dies and then ascends to heaven. In the retelling of this, Lucian says that he saw a falcon ascend to heaven to Mount Olympus, and in a human voice saying, "Unto Mount Olympus I fare, I'm done with the mortal realm, I'm going to Mount Olympus, to heaven." The next day, an old man was fully persuaded that he also saw this thing. And whether he was lying, whether he was delusional, whether he had a dream, whether he had a vision, whether there's other things that were going on, either way, it took only 24 hours for like BS to start rolling out from it. So this is a perfect thing to study for those who are looking at this in a way that I look at things. And I look at all religions the same way like this.
No, because you wasn't sure. Your spirit was telling us, as you was telling us. Well, I wasn't. I said, Lord, nobody's supposed to know today. Where are those people now? I want to know why we haven't heard from them. This saddens my heart but this is a good thing. I'm going to tell you in a minute why this is good that this had to happen. Number one, I'm sad because there are people honestly, seriously looking for God in sincerity with their heart. They're not like these other saints who trying to make $1, who playing with God to make a career. There are people who are honestly seeking after the things of God, and they want to know truth. Y'all sat up here and flugazied around and called a full rapture, which I understand. We are watchmen. People kept asking me in my life, I don't know. The Lord ain't confirmed it in my spirit because he ain't.
Well, I've always heard that. Confirmed it in my spirit. And I go, what? Describe the mechanics. Explain how that actually works and how you know the Lord is somehow confirming something. And you're not just like, man, I feel good about that or I feel bad about that. How do you know it's the Lord? How do you know he's confirming it? Like, what?
And then I felt conviction trying to go to him, asking him, well, Lord, confirm it. I ain't even asked him because the Lord was probably saying, girl, you know the answer to this.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's many more clips like this. Tell me your thoughts in the comments. I'd like to hear from you. Like the video. Share this bad boy out. What do you think about this rapture stuff and the poor people who are fully persuaded by fear, by hook or crook? Doesn't matter. I want to hear your thoughts. Subscribe, check the bell so YouTube will notify you. If you don't check the bell, they won't notify you when we react again. Until next time, see you then.